Hey, welcome to Dallas Stock Talk, where I talk about topics relating to investing in finance, but more specifically, the stock market. In this video, I'll be going over my Fundrise portfolio. I had Fundrise for 4 years, and I'm giving you guys an update of my overall experience, the portfolio performance, everything you need to know. Alright, but before we get started, make sure you smash the like button because it helps the YouTube algorithm and lets YouTube know that this is quality content and help my videos reach a broader audience. So if you're not familiar with Fundrise, Fundrise is an investing platform that allows you to invest in real estate online. It works as a private REIT, so they get investors' money together, pull it in, and then Fundrise actually buys the property. There's two particular ways how you can get income. It's by dividend, where each month they pay out from rental properties, and house appreciation over the years as the price goes up and the house, your portfolio value goes up. I normally have it on long term. If you wanted to see a more in-depth video, just make sure you check out my suggested videos. Okay, so let's scroll up. So as you can see, I started about June 5th, 2018 with roughly $1,000. I think they might have took out some for a fee or something like that. It was $999.21. That's how much actually. But anyway, I started out with $1,000. This was June 5th, 2018. So now as of August 9th, August 9th, I'm at $1,523.40. So let me turn this sound down because it can get a bit distracting. Okay. Now let's check out year to date for 2022. As far as the dividends, I made $11.32. All time, I made $83.77 from dividend. For appreciation for 2022, I made $48.81. All time, $391.96. For advisory fees, they charged me 41 cents this year and $2.26 for all time, which is not that bad. And also, if you can scroll down, it shows how many active projects there are. There's 2 active projects. There's 252 active projects. So they have the different categories in which they group the allocation. They have a core plus, fixed income, value add, and optimistic. So that's my portfolio. I just want to kind of let you guys know, and I'll go over the performance for each particular year so you guys can see that as well. But as you guys can see, the total amount is $1,523.47. My net return to date is $473.47. And I want to let you know that my investment plan is long-term growth. Also, if you were looking for another real estate investing platform, check out Arrive Home. I think you only need $100 for that one. And if you're interested in providing loans for local individuals or for regular individuals, make sure you check out my video, Ground Floor. Okay, and by the way, if you guys are interested in Fundrise, I have an affiliate link. Just make sure you check the description below. So now let's go into my performance. So I'm going to click on performance, and I like this because they give you a very detailed breakdown. And by the way, NAV stands for net asset value. It's an approximation of the real estate. And they kind of break it down into shares. I don't want to get in too much into that, but they give you a lot of information. So for each particular REIT, they kind of break it up into areas. They have East Coast, growth. So they base the REITs into small sections. All right, so for quarter 1, as you can see, 1.2, quarter 2, 8.3, but I'm just going to go over year to date for each one. So for East Coast, 9.5%, growth REIT, 7.6%, growth 2, 9.1%. And if you want to click on it, let's see if you want to click on it, they show you because they break it down into the amount of shares. So it shows you the amount of shares that I particularly own, the cost of shares owned as well, advisory fees, and they even show you the projects that will be grouped under this one if you want to see. Like this would be one of them. You can view details, and I'm just kind of doing this on the fly. So I never actually really clicked into the details, but end up showing you the strategy for which is core plus, investment size, the lender, senior debt, equity, and they go through the whole, process of what steps they are and how they acquired it, and just kind of giving you kind of updates. If you want to see, I think they even have it where you can see the property on, I believe, like Google Earth or something like that. But I didn't want to get too far into that. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that, and actually even show you for this the specific the portfolio, the percentage of the portfolio, 32%. So let's go back, and as you can see, for each individual ones, 3% here, 1% here, 12% here. I'm pretty sure you guys can see the numbers. I don't want to kind of bore you. Okay, and the weighted average, the weighted average per quarter is 2%. That's mean when they take all of these numbers and the amount you had invested. 2% for quarter one, 1.9% for quarter two, quarter three is 0.1, and year to date is 4.1. Now let's look at my annual returns. As you see, if you wanted to see previous years, just hit previous years. That's what I'm going to do so you guys can see all of that. So 2008, which is partial, that would be 4.1%. So if it was for the full year, it probably would be like 8.2%. For 2019, 7.8%. For 2020, 6.8%. For 2021, that's when they had that booming year, 17.4%, and year to date. So we're about halfway done, a little over halfway done into 4.1. So it probably is going to about the end of the year, maybe like I'm thinking 7%, maybe 7.5. That's what it's kind of looking like. And as you can also see, it just shows you again where I started and where I am now. It also shows you the net cash in, and for each particular net return down here, you can really get a gist of how everything was calculated, the advisor fees, appreciation, dividend earned, and all of that. So let's click on portfolio. Yeah, and it just kind of show you for portfolio all the 252 particular projects. And for all the transactions, you can see that the dividends is paid quarterly, and I just reinvest my particular dividend because I have long term, a lot of my money probably will come from appreciation. And by the way, they also have a calculator where you can see, okay, if I invest $100 from where I am now, I say $100 from where I am now, where would I end up being? Let me just move this at any different time period based off of the median estimates, which is 9.1. I don't know if that number is going to hold steady. It may be probably more like 7, but they have it where you can just kind of play around with all the toggles down here. You can just kind of play around with it. It was $200, or where it actually be, and they have it where you can auto invest, something like that. And they also, last but not least, have it where you can kind of set your goal, what kind of investor you are. Of course, I'm going to have long-term investment, but you can kind of create a goal. Let's just say I'm going to go build wealth, and the number of years, I'll just say 10. I'm just kind of showing you guys my target amount. Let's say 70,000. If you go, so I like how they had this just a hypothetical growth. I would need to get target $70,000 in 2032. I would need $345 a month. So that means in 10 years, if I do $345 a month, based off of their projections and returns, I should be at that $70,000 mark. I thought that was particularly cool. I initially just put a lump sum of $1,000, and I didn't put any more, just to kind of show you guys how everything would actually be. My overall, as far as with Fundrise, it's like I said, it's okay. I was hoping to actually get double-digit returns. I'm not sure if they'll be able to keep up with the double-digit return, but as of now, all time it's 10.7. So I would like that number to stay in double digits, but if not, I mean, I'm not sure how will they be able to keep up closer to 10%. I'll do 9%. If they can get 9 or 10% on average, that's kind of would be okay with me, because I'm comparing this to the S&P 500, which on average will give you 10%, 10% return over a longer period of time. And if you count inflation, it's like 7%. And I think that is everything. If you have any questions or concerns, drop in the comments below. I'll make sure I'll give you guys more updates. If you want updates like every week or so, just let me know and I'll do it. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to my channel.